Alright. We good. We ready for this one? This should be, the first game today was surprisingly good. Good considering who was playing in it. I don't really have any defined expectations for this one. But hopefully it's as good as the first game today. Again, Memphis played surprisingly well. Yeah, Houston's most likely getting blown out, but I thought Memphis was going to get blown out for the most part as well. But they held their own, surprisingly. That's one way to put it. I woke up this morning to 150 plus text messages. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, the first game was better than expected. I woke up to a fucking novel in my text messages. I don't. If Edling was playing, I feel like it would have been a better game. Like, for a better game for Michigan. Hey, they still got a good squad there. Either way. I also spent today, what was it? I spent today getting everything set up for, like, actually pre-ordering the new college football game. So that's all ready. Can't wait to make Danny Edling a national championship winning head coach. I got so many messages this morning that my iPad is slow to catch up to it all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I'm glad I wasn't calling that first game because I had no idea how I would explain that situation without actually like hearing the refs and everything talk. I have my headphones just in case I need to, but yeah, that was a weird circumstance. Finally, my iPad's caught up to the chaos that was today. And Alexander Barkov won the Selkie. The Selkie Trophy in the NHL is like the best, defensive forward? Right, anyway, yeah, Barkov played great this season. And he's playing great in playoffs, and that's why Florida's preparing to play the Rangers. But yeah, Martinez is scheduled to get the start again today. Yeah, because what it was like when it came to they messed up they messed up the game clock when they went to go measure the spot of the ball. I don't get how that happens, but oh no, it was they put the play clock. They reset the play clock to 25 when it should have been paused. Which, again, I don't get how that kind of mistake happens, but it did. So they dealt with it. Michigan was gonna win that game anyway, so it's not like it mattered. But that game earlier today also had some pretty good attendance numbers. It was close to 10,000. I think it was at 9,600. So for it being Memphis v Michigan, I say that's a very, very solid attendance. Yeah, it's and stuff like that's gonna happen when you have the weird clock rules that the UFL does. Although it was inside 2 minutes, so it shouldn't have mattered. Whatever, that stuff happens like very rarely. So they took care of it. Michigan was gonna win anyway, so all good. All good. Anyway, we got So yeah, this game obviously, I'm pretty sure with a Birmingham win, they clinch home field in the playoff game. I believe that's the case. It makes sense that would be the case with how the record just stood in. I believe Birmingham would have to lose out, and Michigan would have to win out. I could be wrong though, because I know we have. This is the third to last game of the season. No, they have to lose two. Yeah. When I made the description and everything earlier today, I thought this was week 9, but then I remembered, oh wait, it's week 8. It's been a weird day today, so I'm back. We good. All good. Yeah. Yeah, they have to win out, and then Birmingham has to lose too. Which, I mean, Birmingham could if they get upset today, but I don't like. They have a very, they have a relatively easy schedule the rest of the way. Yeah, it's unlikely. Could they have San Antonio next week. If they still had Chase Gabers, I say that could have been an upset, but they don't. Anyway, Houston will be getting the ball first. I like that. I mean, I'm assuming Houston also won the kickoff, and that's why. Or the kickoff, won the coin toss. I like the decision for Houston getting the ball first, trying to establish the momentum quick. As the kick is underway, going to be returned from the 15. And trying to work that right side, get past the 35, and push out of bounds around the 41. A solid return there to begin the game. And that was Reggie Roberson on the return. And Sinet is getting the start. Guarantano's the emergency third quarterback. Okay. Was not expecting that. Especially since Guarantano got the start last week. Yeah, tomorrow's games are definitely important, for sure. So especially that first game tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to it. Sinet in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers left, going to quick pass right side. It's batted up, and luckily falls incomplete. It was batted at the line, and Sinet had to play defense there as 3 Birmingham D linemen were trying to pick that off. Instead, he bats it to the ground. Not a great first play of the game for Houston. Like, that's a rough first play of the game. Sinet under center, a back behind him. Now 2nd and 10. Sinet moving the tight end around, going to toss to the left side, trying to get something going outside. And gains only about a yard on the play. That was Mark Thompson on the carry. And yeah, that's more in line to kind of what... So far, this first drive is kind of what I expected. The big thing for St. Louis is making sure you play at home throughout the playoffs. Because, like you have the 12th man advantage. Clear as day compared to everyone else. Playing at home is massive. Sinet alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Birmingham stacking the box. Going to look to throw. Has time. Going to step up, throwing it left side, and it's intercepted at the 40. And worked back past the 50 to the 48-yard line. Birmingham's defense picks up where they left off. And that's a rough start to this. A.J. Thomas gets the interception. And just like that, Birmingham has gained all the momentum in this game. Sinet was kind of being hit while throwing, which caused it to be underthrown by like 5 yards. But yeah, just a rough situation. Yeah, but like, you would rather play for the playoff game. You would rather play in St. Louis than San Antonio. I mean, who knows? Maybe y'all will be playing DC instead, because I don't know how well San Antonio will be doing the rest of the way. Martinez in shotgun now, back to his right, three receivers to the left, ball on the plus 48, low snap, and there is a flag that kills the play anyway. It is encroachment on Houston. So again, the UFL is allergic to free plays. To free plays, it seems. We had one in the first game today. It was picked off, so maybe that's why. But yeah, so 1st and 5 now. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, three receivers left. Going to hand this one off, trying to work that left side. Met in the backfield for a loss of 2. That was 28. Have a new running back in? No. Oh, I guess that was Ricky Person then on the carry. I guess CJ Marable's out today. That's rough for Birmingham. Yeah, it was Ricky Person on the carry, losing 2. So now 2nd and 7, still fine field position and wise, and they're still ahead of the stick technically. Martinez throwing right side behind the receiver, and it gets knocked down incomplete. Pass intended for Marlon Williams on a quick slant, and behind and low is the location of it. Not low, but definitely behind. So that's a rough first pass and play there for Birmingham, but shaking off the earliness of the game. Maybe toying with their food a little bit. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, two receivers spread out to each side. Ball on the 45-yard line for 3rd and 7. Motioning the running back out to the right, stepping up now. Martinez, after looking to throw, has plenty of space to run and stepping out of bounds at the 30 for a Birmingham 1st down. And yeah, if you're gonna give Martinez that much opening at the line, you cannot give him a hole to run through. You need to keep that pocket and keep that contain up. Houston failed to do that on that play. That's what St. Louis failed to do in the second half last week. Gotta make sure you contain Martinez. In shotgun, back to his left, ball now on the 31. They're saying. Looking to throw after play action, has plenty of time, throwing it deep down the right field, and incomplete, kind of just a throwaway. Manny Wilkins normally is their backup. I'm not sure if they're. I know they signed someone. I'm not sure if that person they're signed is gonna be getting the start or not. I can try to find the roster real quick. I need to anyway. Second and 10, Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, two receivers to each side, looking to throw. Quick pass left side is well behind Deion Kane and falls incomplete. It is Manny Wilkins? Okay. That's what I figured. Because he's there longer and whatnot. He's played decently. He hasn't had a lot of reps this season. So he's decent for sure. I don't know how well he'll play though. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, three receivers to the right, looking to throw on 3rd and 10. Again, has plenty of time, now going to step up, throwing over the middle. It is caught for the 1st down and more by Kevin Austin, and gets pushed out of bounds at about the 16. Was he a starter in 2020? Let me see if I can find the roster real quick. I should be able to. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet today, though. Yep, there it is. Yeah, it's Manny Wilkins. And then Brandon Silvers is the backup. That is still a weird. That's going to be a rough quarterback room. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, ball on the 16. Going to hand this one off, working left side to Ricky Person, who's going to stiff arm and get out of bounds at about the 10. I'll give you Jamar Smith for your third string. Let me save this image real quick, just so I have for tomorrow. Yeah, Drew Pitts is the emergency third. Yeah, no. Jacquard Pearson, he's played decent for y'all this season. I don't think it's a massive loss. But Marcel Aitman being out is definitely going to sting. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right. Three receivers to the right, going to hand this one off. No, keep it himself, throwing right side. And is going to try and find some kind of room there on that weird screenplay. And they call forward progress dead after a gain of 2. Now honestly, I'll be shocked if Houston puts up 13. Like, that was like an RPO screen from Birmingham, and there was just no space on that side to run that to. Like, they ran that short side of the field. Well, technically, because Martinez then rolled out after the play action. So it created to be short side. It was just a weird play call. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers each side, going to look to throw, passing right side, it is caught, and it is a touchdown for Birmingham. Deion Kane walks in, as it seemed like the Houston defenders didn't even really try to tackle him. But it is 6-0 Birmingham. Was that just simple, I think that was just an in route, like a 5-yard in. Playing in levels concept. Yeah, slot cleared out, kind of a pick, and then simple in route. So, again, good play design there. Now going for the 2-point try from the 5. Martinez alone in shotgun, looking to throw. Throw in for the back corner of the end zone, and overthrows it incomplete. DC has been really inconsistent. And last time y'all played, your defense would have won that game alone if the offense wasn't even on the field. So, I'm not too worried about St. Louis. It could be interesting. I don't think it will end up being an upset. I have the upset of the week being Arlington, San Antonio. Again, a large part of that is because San Antonio is just a weird team without Chase Gabers at quarterback. And Arlington, they finally had some kind of groove going last week that I think they'll be able to continue it into this week. As we're at commercial break after the Birmingham touchdown. So, I did not even realize Joel Klatt did the first game today. Whatever. Yeah, it definitely could. Both of tomorrow's games could be interesting. I think that just because the XFL conference is that kind of weird, like, conference, more so division, where it's kind of unpredictable, but at the same time completely predictable. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I could see next year in the UFL being completely different at the quarterback position for like half the league. Which is weird, but at the same time could be really good for the league as well. Because, well, yeah, like having Birmingham and Michigan be really good teams is great. The fact that we have 3 weeks left and they already clinched a playoff spot isn't the greatest thing for the league because you want all games to be competitive until the last week. But at the same time, like, they're still, like, those two teams alone are playing good enough football to bring in enough ratings. Like, Birmingham is 16.5 favorites today. St. Louis is 6-point favorites. And I think the San Antonio line has changed to 2-point favorites. Oh, 100% they have. The merging of the leagues alone has like doubled the ratings for the league. Because they're starting at a decent time, like a month after the Super Bowl is a good time to start. And then they're not competing with each other late in the season. Because last year it was the case where by like week 7 of the XFL season, that's when the USFL season started. So then you have the competition between the leagues, which is unnecessary. So them merging has definitely gained some momentum for the league. It saved the leagues for sure. Like especially, and no, not a greatest example, but also but at the same time it is a good example, as the kick is going to be returned beginning from inside the 10. But like you look at what the AFL has been dealing with. It's return brought down at the 30, so he's going to be from there. But like, look at the AFL. Like it was like a hyped up league because like everyone remembers the original AFL, but it's being ran like shit. At least with the UFL, yeah, the attendance doesn't look the greatest. It's still fine. It's still pretty good, but it doesn't look the greatest. But at least it's being ran well. Like what the biggest controversy was they weren't doing Players of the Week because they didn't want to give out the bonuses for those awards. That's fine. Do it next year. We have a new quarterback in for Houston. He's throwing a quick left side for a receiver for a running back screen. That's TJ Pleasure for a gain of about 5. Man, new quarterback in for Houston is Nolan Henderson in now for Houston. As yeah, Sinet's first drive did not go great. Yeah, a quarterback change already. Henderson is shotgun, a back to each side, going to roll out right on a naked bootleg, looking to throw. Throw in and off the chest and incomplete. Sets up 3rd and 5. Pass intended for, I believe that was Emmanuel Butler. No. Number 16, Cyril Grayson. Yeah, Michigan has been playing 2 QBs since starting last week because of the Danny Edling injury. They're running a 2 QB system. It's been working for them. For how long, I don't know. But it's solid, yeah. I mean, it helps that the 2 teams they've played haven't been the greatest. Henderson is shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers right, looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Pass over the middle is through the hands and fallen incomplete. Should have 100% picked off. Kenny Robinson had it in his hands, but just couldn't hang on. He read that play like a book. What is that? Yeah, it barely hits before he can get some backup on that technically tipped pass. That should have been picked off. That is rough. The punt is away. Returning beginning inside the 15 at about the 11. And as great blocking past the 45. Past the 50, brought down at the 48, 47. A hell of a punt return for Birmingham. Sets them up in great field positioning. Amari Rogers had the blocking of the century. That was great punt blocking. Or great return blocking, whatever. And then Martinez is now preparing to start with ball inside the in plus territory once again. And we head to commercial. Love it. Yeah, that's a very fair response to how we played last week. Yeah, Carlos Davis is inactive this week. I get the decision. I respect the decision. He nearly cost them the game last week. And honestly, with how good your D line is and how shit Houston's offense is, it's not gonna matter. So what his replacement is Willie Yarberry. Honestly, it's such a much better name. He should have started the entire season. But yeah, again, when shit like that happens, it's like that kind of just like kind of an unwritten rule, but at the same time also like yeah, if you fuck up, you're not gonna be playing. So he's he's been relatively solid this season when he's not forcing penalties and whatnot. It was a high energy game last week as well. Like it was a big time game, so emotions were gonna be flying. But if you want to go from the UFL to the NFL, you need to know when to keep your emotions in check. So like it sends a message to him and to everyone else that hey, like just because shit isn't going how you may want it, or some calls not be the refs aren't calling some things, you need to stay pat. He might be. I don't know. I respect the lurkers, assuming he is lurking, and anyone else who's lurking. I'm typically a lurker. Like whenever whenever I'm like doing work or whatever. Research and editing. I like having something on in the background. So it's all good. Yeah, just coming out from commercial. Like Birmingham can have great starting field positioning once again. Preoccupied. You're all good. All good. Don't worry. Again, lurk. Again, I respect all the lurkers. They also mean a lot as well. Especially as like a typically a lurker as well. I get it. Sometimes you just want stuff in the background. Exactly. Martinez and shotgun back behind him, sending the receiver in motion from right to left. Play action, looking to throw, stepping up over the middle. It is caught by Jay Sternberger down to about the 32-yard line. I would not be shocked if they do. But at the same time, it's like, would you rather be an offensive coordinator or go on to be like an assistant in the NFL? Who knows? But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if some names, some coaches get plucked from the UFL as well. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, three receivers right, going to hand this one off to Ricky Person, and is going to fight forward and gain about 5 yards. Like the San Antonio offensive coordinator, I could see him being plucked. Mainly because he's on the younger side, and because most people can be going from like higher ranking roles in UFL to more so kind of those like position coaches or assistants in the NFL. I imagine they might want to get the younger guys. Oh, definitely. Like Skip Holtz should be the top market for some kind of role, but the issue is all the coaching staff, like all the head coaches, are already signed. This one's going to be handed off once again and gain about 3 yards to set up a third and short. It is Ricky Person once again. I am like one thing I'm really looking forward to when the UFL season ends is to see all the names of people getting training camp offers and training camp invites, because I know there's going to be quite a lot. Martinez and shotgun back to his right, going to play action, throwing right side in the flat where it's caught, and fighting forward. If he stayed in balance, is a massive pickup to inside the 15. If not, he's down around the 18-yard line. It's enough for the first down either way, and that is Marcus Bowe on the reception in the flat. You would think, but then you would think, but then take a step back and realize the three teams you just listed and their history of everything. His college record. I mean, how long? How many years did he coach in college? The Pats had the Gerard Mayo sign in place by week 3 last year. I guarantee it. Like they knew that Gerard Mayo was going to be the head coach next season well before anyone else did. It was small. I'm shocked he didn't get a lot of bigger school options then. Because even marginal small school coaches, they get shots at larger schools. Martinez throwing the screen right side. It is caught bouncing off tackles and high stepping into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Benjamin Victor, and Birmingham extends their lead to 12. It would, but again, it's the Patriots. They haven't had to worry about a head coach for 20 plus years. They forgot what the process was like and wanted to do it. And even then, I still don't think they went through a full process. I think they knew from the jump that Gerard Mayo was going to be the guy. Like 11? That's solid. Martinez in shotgun, alone in shotgun, four receivers to the right. The 2 point try from the 5 yard line, looking to throw. Stepping up, trying to escape the pressure. He's unable to and sacked, keeping it a 12-point game. Let's see. I'm probably going to head to commercial because that's how ESPN does things. The conversion. I'm definitely more worried now with Martinez being like the full time starter. I'm more worried about them needing to get their conversions in check than their red zone percentage. But at the same time, the way their offense can move down the field, it's not really that big of a deal. It could be a big deal, but they rarely played down when with a deficit. So yeah, against Houston, you're fine. But like this would be a good week to test things out when it comes to working the conversions. All right, soon to begin the kickoff, but real quick, he coached in Connecticut, East Carolina, South Florida, Louisiana Tech. I mean, those are all Group of Five schools. It's not a terrible list. All right, here is the kickoff. It's going to be returned beginning from inside the 15, about the 12. Trying to work something here. And past the 45, past the 50, still just bouncing off defenders and brought down finally at about the 43-yard line. A great return for Houston. We'll see if their offense can take advantage of it. Hey, I have seen a lot worse winning percentages get in massive, big time deal, like big school offers. So I'm shocked that he never really got the chance to. Yeah, above 500, like that's very good for how chaotic college can be coaching. And we're most likely gonna get a false start there on the first play of the drive. Is Houston going 2 QB system? Read Sinet's back in. It is a false start, so it'll be 1st and 15. But I don't know if every team in the UFL, Houston is the last one who should be going 2 QB system. Like they are the last. But hey, more power to them, I guess. So now ball on the 50. Sinet in shotgun back to his left. Setting the man in motion, going to hand this one off, trying to work up the middle / right side. Gains about half a yard, maybe a yard. I like him too. The helmet kind of throws me off, but I get what they're going for with it. I definitely think it's definitely a design where they're like, okay, we need to stand out amongst every other Texas football team that has a state that has like basically the exact same color scheme. How do we do it? And they said we'll make the Texas flag our helmet design because why not? So then going to play action on 2nd and 14, thrown over the middle. It is going to be caught for a gain of about 13. A great catch through the contact for Emmanuel Butler. And it sets up a 3rd and short. Hey, they finally get a completion over the middle going. I will say, my favorite part about Houston's uniforms, I'm probably going to be in a minority for this, the gradient on the numbers is done really well. Yeah. With Sinet going to hand this one off, working the left side. Has plenty of space to run past the 25, past the 20. Breaking tackles past the 15, past the 10. 5. Mark Thompson. Touchdown, Houston. So they take advantage of great field positioning with a 37-yard touchdown run to cut the lead in half. Yeah, how long exactly did he coach for? I had it pulled up, but because he technically started in '87, then 21 was his last year as a head coach. I should be able to do the math quickly in my head, but I can't for some reason right now. To be fair, the schools he coached for, like he head coached for, none of them would have really gone to many bowl games. Yeah. Real quick. I think they're reviewing this. Birmingham is probably going to challenge spot of the ball. He might have been pushed down at the 1. Or maybe they're challenging for a potential holding call. But yeah, Birmingham is challenging something on this. And yeah, I think it's for potential holding. So if this gets pushed back, that would be rough. "34 years as a coach for Skip Holtz, not counting these past years in the UFL. Spending 34 years coaching in college is insane. I don't think it'll be called back either. I think the one location where I think they're targeting for has an argument. Whether or not Dean Blandino views that as a really strong argument or not, maybe this zoomed in angle will show it better. The jersey numbers in the front are shifted a little bit to the right. So maybe this will get called back. Nope, touchdown stands as called. So Birmingham's going to also lose a timeout. The 2-point try from the 5-yard line. Henderson throwing in a flat right side. It is caught, and it is good. A 4-point game in Birmingham. Yeah, they lose a timeout for failing the challenge. I get what that's one where it could really go either way if that's holding or not. Some people call it, some don't, and when you have to then review a holding, it's always going to be a no. It wasn't an illegal shift you were looking at. It was definitely for potential holding. It was just a case where holding, unless it is like explicitly obvious that the refs missed the holding call, more often than not, I think it will be not enough evidence to suggest otherwise, no matter in what the call is. So, like, if they would have thrown a holding flag there and Houston challenged it, I think it would have stood. But because they called no holding and Birmingham challenged it, it stood as a touchdown. And that's what, like, holding calls are like, unless it's a very obvious miss, they're a tough thing to challenge. But Houston makes this a 4-point game with 2:58 left in the first. The kick is underway, going to be returned from the 10-yard, 11-ish yard line. Looking for another big return here. Gets past the 40, breaking tackles past the 45, and down at about the 47, 48. So another solid kick returns all around today. Yeah, I definitely get that. Which makes me think, would you rather them go for more 1-point conversions and therefore theoretically they should get those easier than the 2-point conversions? Because that way, like, at least this would be a 14-8 game instead of a 12-8 game theoretically. Martinez and shotgun back to his right, going to hand this one off once again to Ricky Person, working that left side, plenty of space to run, gets to the 40 for a Birmingham first down. Like, I definitely think like you need to have a whole separate page of the play call sheet specifically for each specific conversion attempt. Whereas in the NFL, with it only being like a one-time play, rare occasion, you can have like 4 plays for 2-point conversions that you alternate between. Martinez throwing is short to the right side on 1st and 10 to Deion Kane, and he picks up about 2.5. We were at 2:15 left in the first. It's yeah, it's definitely a whole different strategic aspect teams need to take into play with the conversions in this, and it makes it fun. The spot gave him 3 yards on a play. So yeah, it's a pretty decent spot. Martinez and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw on 2nd and 7, thrown over the middle. It is caught and brought down at about the 27-ish. A little slow to get up there is Jordan Thomas. He got hit pretty hard on the reception, so he's gonna be getting checked out on for a potential concussion. It seems it was hit in the head, but it's a first down for Birmingham. I know he's just chilling on the sideline. Okay. Martinez alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and we're gonna get a false start on that left tackle there. Pretty obvious. Yeah, false start Birmingham. Matt Caskey gets called. Did he get called? No, was he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one called for the false start. Otherwise, I don't see why they would be highlighting him. So 1st and 15, ball now on the 33-yard line. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers left after sending the receiver in motion. Quick pass right side where it is broken up, incomplete. Read that it was trying to get a quick slant to the right side of the field, and Colby Richardson comes in from a 7 yards off the ball and comes in and breaks up that pass. There was about a half-second difference between game and play clock, so they don't really need to run another play here. Martinez is alone in shotgun, three receivers right, two to the left. They're going to call one more play. Martinez rolling out to his right as there was an instant pressure from the left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line to set up a third and manageable as we head to the second quarter. A really solid first quarter of football for both sides. Everything Houston is in a decent situation. They need to make a stop here, though. But only being down by 4 with how those first two drives went, you'll take it. And yeah, we're at commercial for the change of quarters. Updates, because we got a game. We got two game sixes going on right now. Thunder up by 7, tied game between Vancouver and Edmonton. Yeah, no. As I don't even know how great it would be. Like Miami can barely handle the amount of having having really 5 professional sports teams within to Miami. It could not handle another. Because like you got Inter Miami, which does well in large part due to Messi being there, and then the Heat and Panthers. They both are starting to do really well with attendance, but for the longest time, it was always one or the other. And then we do not talk about the Marlins. I do not know what's going on with them. But I think they're like what, last in the league in attendance. I wouldn't be shocked if Florida gets a team next year. Do I think it would work? It would depend on the location. Do I want to see it? No. Florida has enough teams. We don't need more. Unless they want to put it in like fucking Tallahassee, go for it. But no. Because there's so many. I want to say better, but so many more fun locations for a spring team to go to. Which again, I'll be talking about that next week on the video that I'm working on. But again, it's like so many other cities and states deserve professional sports teams a lot more than Florida. So obviously, I was an Orlando Guardians fans last year, and it's me and so was pretty much most of my friends. We were both watching we were watching those Orlando Guardians games. Like, why the fuck does this team exist? Oh, like St. Louis. Like the second the Battlehawks were announced, I think most people were like, "Oh, that's a great decision," because St. Louis has been they're hungry for teams. We saw when the Greatest Show on Turf was there in the early 2000s. Like St. Louis can be a great fan base if the owner of the team there is not a dumbass. Hell, even the Cardinals are doing good with attendance wise, despite the owner being a dumbass. Martinez looking to throw in 3rd and 8, thrown over the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Through the hands of Deion Kane and batted away by Colby Richardson. 2 big time pass breakups today for him, and Birmingham will be sending out the field goal unit. Kurt Warner. Hey man, he's a Hall of Famer despite going to University of Northern Iowa. They definitely are, and I feel like it's a very easy trap to fall into of just running crossing routes and slants. I don't know firsthand from the Dolphins. 45-yard field goal try from the right hash to make this a 7-point game. The kick is up, and it is good. Straight down the middle. Again, it becomes a 7-point game to begin the second quarter. So Houston's defense starting to create a little bit of pressure. They made a stop. It is weird. I don't know the way teams build around a quarterback. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense. Other times it makes no goddamn sense. Like a two QB system in theory should not have produced so far a seven and there's 7-0, right? Yeah, so I need to change that part as well. But it should not be producing an undefeated team like how this has. But at the same time, Adrian Martinez is just that dude. So, like, they survived the Matt Corral gauntlet. Now they get to fully embrace Martinez for the rest of the season. Like, it's worked. And then Houston with their QB system, I don't get what the fuck you're thinking there. Yeah, Houston only down by 7. About to get the ball back. We'll see how their field position is going. Going to begin the return from the 20. And trying to cut inside and going to be brought down about the 37. So, not the greatest return. Definitely starting Nolan Henderson back a bit compared to where they started Reed Sinet. From the exactly. But I mentioned this a little earlier, but I got the pre-order in today for the MVP bundle. I'm so excited. I do want I probably as we get closer I'll probably put out a community poll about or a community note about about that game as Henderson going to kind of basketball past that for a gain of about 3. Okay, at halftime we can go through the trailer for sure. And I think that was a smart decision by the higher ups. Because again, Corral played decently when he got a chance, but Martinez is the better quarterback, for sure. Henderson on 2nd and 7 going to look to throw, has time throwing left side and is going to be incomplete, bobbled it, nearly a great catch, but there is a flag on the play. Yeah, I'll probably start another community, probably next month, or as we were 2 weeks out or so. I'll probably set up a community post asking if people want to see stuff from that. Illegal hands to the face is the call on Birmingham, so that would give Houston a first down. I believe. I believe that's automatic first down penalty. And yeah, first down Houston. Because I know for sure at least like just on my end. Off camera and shit. I have a lot of stuff planned for that game. Henderson is shotgun back to his right, and there's a stoppage of play due to a flag. I believe they would have gotten Birmingham to jump if they actually snapped the ball. They didn't, so it was a false start on Houston. If they would have actually snapped the ball, they'd probably get a free play out of it. Instead, they didn't, so it's a false start. Henderson is shotgun back to his right. Going to play action, looking to throw, rolling out to his right, going to keep it himself. Diving forward for about 3 yards on the play. I don't think I saw that. Didn't really, wasn't really able to watch a lot of the first game today. I saw, but I saw like the final quarter of it, and then like the first few drives. But then I was busy doing other stuff. Henderson was second and 12, looking to throw, rolling out to his right, and is going to be caught and stepping out of bounds at about the plus 48 is Justin Hall and sets up a third and manageable. But running a bootleg to the short side of the field is certainly a choice. Yeah, third and 4 for Houston. Memphis did make that surprisingly a close game. Like I saw that 65-yard touchdown from Case Cookus. That was fun seeing. Henderson thrown right side, and it's going to be caught at the 40 for a Houston first down. That is Kiki Chisholm on the reception. They keep the drive alive just for a little bit longer at the very least. He toe dragged like 10 feet. Like he toe dragged a solid like 5 yards from the sideline. I just gotta get that practice in somehow. So yeah, ball now on the 41-yard line. Henderson and shotgun back to his right, sending the man in motion. Pump faking, looking to throw, and just throws it at the feet of his running back, incomplete. Tried a fake receiver screen to a halfback screen. Both regarded pretty well, so that's great, I guess. Just under 11 minutes left to go in the half. Sinet's still just chilling on the sideline, probably waiting for the next drive. Again, I would imagine they're keeping up a 2 QB system because why would logic make sense? Henderson looking to throw. Going to be a designed keeper which gains 9 yards for Nolan Henderson. That is a terrible spot. They said they only gained 7. I like the designed QB keeper though. Definitely was not expecting that out of Houston. Okay, this I don't know. That spot's weird. It said a gain of 7, so third and 3. Third and 3 for Houston. They're in field goal range for sure. As they should be. Henderson and shotgun going to play action, looking to handed it off, and gains a yard. I do not like that decision to run it straight up the middle when you need 3 yards against the best run defense in the league. Again, just weird play calling from Houston on this drive, but hey, it's 4th and 2. They're relatively in field goal range. But against a team like Birmingham, do you just take the points? I would imagine you do. But it's Houston. Yeah, he was well short of the first down there. I do not get a run up the middle. 51-yard kick is shanked hard to the left. Incomplete. No good. Don't know why I said incomplete. But he completely shanked that kick to the left. Houston, you make me question how the Texans are still a good team. Or became a good team that quickly again. As we head to commercial break. That was I don't even think Scott Norwood can miss a kick that bad, man. Like what? Similar in line to Blair Walsh's chip shot miss against Seattle in the wild card game. Like I just don't get it. Ooh. I mean the easy answer and probably the basic answer is the 72 Dolphins. But favorite NFL team ever? Ooh. I'll probably say 2012 Ravens because they were a team I watched the most because like either 2012 Ravens or 2000 Ravens because those defenses were incredible. And again, Ray Lewis was he was fantastic to watch. So I used when I was younger like before I really yeah, Dolphins is the easy one, but like not including Miami, it's definitely either 2000 or 2012 Ravens because I when I was younger, and like during the age where you had to play both sides of the ball, I was a quarterback and middle linebacker, and like Ray Lewis was someone I watched a lot when it comes to like the middle linebacker position because the way he had a sense for the game that was just incredible. Like him and Palomalu, probably the two defensive players I've seen in recent years, do truly just like do truly just instantly know what play you're going to be running against them with just by seeing how you break the huddle. Like their sixth sense for the game was great. '07 Patriots, most hated team. '07 Patriots. Bad News Bears. Maybe that was fast because they were the one team to come the closest to beating to having a perfect season, and seeing them losing to the Giants was fantastic. Martinez handed this one off on 1st and 10, ball on the 41. It gains a yard. That's a generous spot, but gain of one on the play. It is also a lot easier to think of teams I hate compared to teams I loved. Like '07 Patriots, '74 Raiders, 84 Niners. Like, it's a little easier to think of teams I hate. Martinez looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Pump fake and throwing deep down the field right side. And it is intercepted at the 25-yard line. Well, that is definitely not what Birmingham was looking for on that drive. Martinez trying to air it out, and it is picked off by Darnold Root. Number 38, Donald Rutiedge. Just, he high pointed the ball. As simple as that. A little bit of an overthrow, but at the same time, that would have been in a bucket if the safety didn't drift over there like he did. Great defensive play, and Houston is trying to gain some momentum back. It doesn't look like it's root here though, but handing this one off, trying to get to the right side is TJ Pleasure. Gets to about the 30, gain of 4. Routier? Is that? It's French. Oh, fucking course, the French. How 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 does DGE equal the air pronunciation? Like, what? Whatever. Yeah, Mike Singletary is a legend as well. I feel like middle linebacker, second to quarterback, middle linebacker has so many just legends of the game, underrated players. Handing it off once again. This time it gains about 2 yards. They're really generous with the spots in this one today. TJ Pleasure once again on the carry. They don't, and I think they don't look quite on. Probably in the second half they will lock in a bit more because they'll have the whole halftime speech getting ran into and whatnot. But they're definitely coming out and looking like they're underestimating Houston as a team, which is a dangerous game to play against a team with nothing to lose. In Sned was in shotgun, but they calling a timeout because of the play clock. So, Houston calling their first timeout. If Birmingham, in theory, should have the lead entering halftime, and if that's the case, I feel fine about them. Even if they're down by like 3, I think they will be fine coming out of the half because again they're gonna get taught there's gonna be a little bit of a pep talk by Skip Holtz. As we're heading to commercial after the timeout call. Dallas just took a 2-point lead in Game 6. Yeah, we're still at commercial. Might as well use this time to say if you're new, subscribe, leave a like. Alongside these UFL put-up plays, the stream might start earlier tomorrow for the second game, which is at 4 p.m. It might start around 3:30, and there might be a guest for it. I need to talk to Tosin to see how interested he is in providing a little bit of live reaction to Game 7 between the Knicks and Pacers, because I feel like that would be really funny to get if the Knicks lose. I'll have to talk to him tonight about it. But at the very least, I'm gonna start a little bit earlier tomorrow for that second game because again, Game 7 between Knicks and Pacers should be a fun game. And I would laugh if the Knicks lose again to the Pacers. Still at commercial break. Not missing anything. Routledge? I cannot figure out that pronunciation. Okay, again, I know French is weird when it comes to pronunciations and shit. So I would not be surprised if it is kind of like that. Routledge? Routledge. Okay. I mean, I've seen weirder names to pronounce, I guess. That's the joys of having gotten into hockey. Some of those names, whew. Some of those names and pronouncing them, I'm shocked at how well the broadcasters do it. I'm from Florida. I don't. You think we got deer down here? So is it Rut? So Rutledge? Anyway, so Cincinnati and shotgun back to his left on 3rd and 4, making adjustments at the line with 7 seconds left on the play clock. Okay. Now shifting the back to his right, get the snap off in time. They do, looking to throw, stepping up, dancing around in the pocket. Now rolling out to his right, has space to run. He does. Gets to the 40 and slides down for a Houston first down. Okay, so Rutledge. Thank you. Yeah, Sinet doing a good job extending the play and creating enough space to get that first down. And ball now on the 40 with first and 10. Sinet in shotgun back to each side. Now motioning one back out to the left. Going to hand this one off up the middle. And fighting forward. Gains about a yard and a half. I think they're going to say he gained 2. That is TJ Pleasure on the carry. Why they roasted the sideline reporter? They're showing like his looking back and shit. And for traits, it says no redeeming traits. Like, what did the sideline reporter do to deserve that? Sinet throwing on 2nd and 8. Stepping up, throwing right side, and it's going to be batted away, incomplete. Like, no redeeming traits. Like, why? That's unnecessary. It's funny, but unnecessary. Yeah, 3rd and 8 for Houston. With 5 minutes to go in the half, and they want something out of this drive. Oh, really? Looking to throw on 3rd and 8, Sinet stepping up, is rolling out to his left, trying to escape pressure. Throwing deep down the field, has a man and is caught by Justin Hill. Past the 30, brought down about the 37. Reads Sinet, extending plays well. And Justin Hall comes up big. He threw that in an area where like 3 Roughnecks were and four Stallions were. And somehow it fell perfectly to the only place where Justin Hall was. Like, there was way too many bodies in that area for that to be that easy of a reception. But it worked. Sinet going to look to throw after a play action, thrown over the middle, and it is dropped by Emmanuel Butler, a little bit behind him. Yeah, definitely. Because Sinet is very sneaky when it comes to his mobility. So even having like a true QB spy could work to prevent those kind of plays. But he doesn't do that kind of shit often. So at the same time, they're like, if it happens, it happens. Sinet in shotgun back to his right through receiver's right, going to hand this one off up the middle. And that's Mark Thompson fighting forward for about 5 yards. This will have a 3rd and manageable. I only. Yeah. Getting pressure in anyway is another good way to disrupt the passing game. So I like the idea of sending more pressure. Sinet looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Throwing over the middle. It is caught by Justin Hall, who gets down inside the 10. Still fighting forward inside the 5. And finally gets brought down at the 2-yard line. And that right there is the issue with sending more pressure, though. Is if you can't get home quick enough, you leave the middle of the field wide open. So that definitely like a more so delay, or again just a QB spy. So that way you still guard the middle of the field, and at the same time, Sinet not being not being the quickest or the fastest running quarterback, a QB spy should be able to contain him well enough. But ball inside the 2, Sinet under center, going to hand this one off to Mark Thompson, who is trying to gain something on the play and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So we're gonna at halftime. We're gonna go over the college football 25 trailer. Oh, for sure, it's a whole new game. But it's also the case where one, you need to get the conversion, as it's a 7 point game. And two, it's like, okay, so assuming they score in the next play, that will kill about 4 to 5 seconds at and maybe 7 at most. So it will kill. It doesn't kill that much time. Birmingham having 2 timeouts and a high flying offense, they could retake the lead entering halftime. As long as Birmingham keeps this, like as long as they don't fuck this up and this becomes like a 6+ point game entering half, I feel really good about Birmingham. If it's 6 to 10, I'm still confident they'll find shit. They'll figure it out. If this somehow gets to a 10+ game entering half, then I don't know what then chaos would need to ensue. Yeah, Sinet is definitely tall and lanky, but again, he's not Adrian Martinez fast. So a QB spy is going to be a lot more effective on him than Martinez because you're not required to get a perfect angle every time. Should have been if Houston pulls off the upset, I doubt it happens, but I may or may not have a bottle of champagne for when they have for if Birmingham loses. I don't, but I keep the spirit of 72 alive somehow. I mean, like, technically, it would be another professional football team going having a perfect season if Birmingham does go undefeated and win it all. So technically, it would be technically Perfectville will have a population of 2. Will the majority of people actually count it? Who the fuck knows? That is a good point as well because they've gone a full calendar year without losing. So, I mean, like, you would think that better off losing would be good, but some teams like to just ride the momentum of winning. Now, a loss to Houston for sure would definitely get them back on track because they would be like, how the fuck did we just lose to Houston? We need to fix our shit. But if they would have lost to like St. Louis or if they lose to Michigan in the last game of the season, then the mental thought process becomes a little bit different because those are teams where it's like, okay, we're relatively equal in talent. It would depend who they lose to. That's why it's better off just not losing and winning it all. Sinet under center, a back behind him. First play out of the 2-minute warning is a handoff to Mark Thompson, who bounces out left side and walks in for the touchdown. It is a 1-point game. Tried a halfback dive. It got blown up the middle, so he just bounced it out to the left. It wasn't even like, again, the play got blown up. Just Mark Thompson was able to establish the outside by himself. Yeah, like that scheduling is, someone told me they didn't expect Michigan to make the playoffs with that scheduling, but it's damn sure going to be an interesting back-to-back weeks. So the 2-point try to make it a 1-point game in favor of Houston. Sinet rolling out to his right. Has plenty of time, throwing across field left side, and it is incomplete. The tight end, make sure I get his name right. Brandon Bowman tried to one hand snag it, and in the process, he batted down from from one of his teammates behind him, who would have been wide open. So just a rough situation there. Birmingham keeps the 1-point lead, and they're about to get the ball back with a minute 56 remaining. So like I said during the commercial, 4 seconds killed off the clock. Birmingham has 2 timeouts, plenty of time. They should be able to extend this lead entering half. And therefore, double up. Birmingham gets ball to begin the second half. So Birmingham's in a really good situation right now. Like, they were like, Obviously, you didn't expect the score to be to it. You didn't expect for it to be a 1 point game, but you're in a good situation still where you can make it appear better than what it actually has been just by simply scoring again. And the kick is going to be returned up to about the 29-yard line. So with a minute 50 remaining in the half, Birmingham has a chance to extend this lead. No matter what the score is at half is going to be, there's definitely going to be a stern pep talk by Skip Holtz. So again, I wouldn't be shocked if Birmingham comes out first drive of the second half and just lights shit up. But it's definitely a touchdown on this drive. Definitely looks a lot better. Martinez looking to throw, gonna try to dump it off left side, but is batted at the line. Looking for his running back on a wheel route, and instead didn't really have to do much to bat that one down. That was Ronheen Bingham on the pass breakup. Again, at the line of scrimmage, just simply stuck his hand up like 5 inches, if that. San Antonio is a weird ass team at this point in the season. Martinez alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Gonna try to throw a quick left side to Deion Kane, who catches it and gains about 6 yards on the play, up to about the 35. And they're going hurry up. Under a minute and a half left. Martinez in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw on 3rd and 4. Stepping up in the pocket, breaks off 2 would-be sacks. The pass is then deflected and falls incomplete. Through a cross-body intended for Ricky Person. And it gets broken up by Markel Roby. So Houston is in a great situation themselves now. Saving both their timeouts, getting the ball back with a minute 10 left-ish in the half. I mean, San Antonio's offense has looked very rough the past few weeks since Chase Gabers went down. I don't know what kind of team they are at this point. So the punt's going to be returned from the 15 and stepping out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. This might be legal man downfield on Birmingham, as there was a gunner in the face. It's offsides on Houston. That gives Birmingham a first down. Wow. That's a fuck up. Offsides on Houston. They got him to jump. So instead of Houston having a ball with a minute 10 left, Birmingham regains possession. That's definitely the most likely situation. But again, who knows? Like DC and San Antonio, they could easily swap places in the next 3 weeks. We'll see. Obviously, it'll depend how this week goes. Martinez in shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers spread out to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Throwing left side where it's caught by Deion Kane past the 50 to about the 48 for a first down. And yeah, that penalty, man, that given Birmingham a fresh set of life there in this half. That's not what Houston needed or wanted at all. Martinez alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw once again. Trying to step up and gains a yard on the scramble, luckily enough. And I believe that would make Birmingham call their second timeout. Yes, it does. So with 50 seconds remaining in the half, Birmingham's on the 47-yard line. So yeah, again, A field goal on this drive for Birmingham. I mean, it would make it a 4 point game, but so a 4 point game entering half against Houston is not at all what not at all where Birmingham should be. Again, it'll be 2nd and 9 with 50 seconds left after Birmingham called their second timeout. So Martinez in shotgun, back to his right. Two receivers spread out to each side. Ball on the 47, looking to throw once again. And is going to barely get that away. I think they rule it a fumble. So a loss of 2 on the play as Ricky Person falls on top of it. Somehow Martinez got that ball away though. And that was just... Martinez was swarmed in the backfield. So if anything, even if that's a sack, is going to push him out of field goal range in a rough situation. It would not be intentional grounding, if anything. And I think Skip Holtz is arguing that he called a timeout after the play was dead. Or that it was an incompletion. How did he get that above the line of scrimmage? Or above the line? Look, I think they're calling it incomplete. So again, a lucky incomplete pass there. Saves them a timeout and keeps it 3rd and 9. Martinez in shotgun. Ricky Person to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Now motion Person out wide to the right. Looking to throw a pass over the middle to Jay Sternberger is caught. And he is brought down at the 34-yard line. Clock stops for a brief moment as they hurry up to the line of scrimmage. 43 seconds left. Martinez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Dropping back, looking to throw. Has time, throwing over the middle. It is caught by Marlon Williams inside the 20. Fighting forward to the 15-yard line. Before his forward progress was stopped. 30 seconds left on the clock. Birmingham in the red zone. So they should at least get 3 points on this drive. Martinez in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on the 15. Looking to throw. Quick pass right side in the flat to Ricky Person, who's going to get out of bounds after a gain of 8. So that stops the clock with 16 seconds left. They have enough time to take plenty of shots into the end zone if they want. Martinez in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Quick pass left side to Ricky Person in the flat, who's going to get the first down and out of bounds at the 4. 11 seconds left. They have enough time to take 3 shots towards the end zone before needing to send out the field goal unit. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers each side, looking to throw. QB keeper, actually, he walks in untouched. Touchdown, Birmingham. They make this a 7-point game at the very least, entering half with 7 seconds left. Yeah, too easy. But that's also what happens when you have been passing the entire drive and then call a QB draw on 1st and goal. It's too easy. So now for the conversion attempt. I assume they would probably be going for two. Yeah, 2 point conversion attempt. Martinez alone in shotgun. Going to look to throw. And he's going to have to scramble out to his right, trying to find someone. Breaking tackles. He's back by the 20. Just throws it up towards the end zone. And it is caught in the back of the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. Jordan Thomas comes up big, but there is a flag. Martinez just chucked up a prayer on the 2 point try, and after a bobbled attempt, Jordan Thomas comes down with it. But the flag is illegal man downfield and is going to be called off. They're replaying the try. Oh my. And yeah, that offsides is a 10 point. I mean, as of right now, it's a 9 point swing, which is definitely a big swing nonetheless. Like that worked too not really worked, but that they got a conversion attempt, and then it's illegal. Man, downfield. Jeez, Birmingham. All right, Martinez alone in shotgun once again. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on the 10-yard line now for the 2 point try. Looking to throw, stepping up, and he's going to keep it. No, throw it in. Ends up throwing it, and it's batted away incomplete. Are you Are you kidding me? After all that, you finally get a conversion attempt, and then there's a penalty that pushes it back. Alright, we'll see what happens on the conversion on the kickoff, but looking like this will be a 7 point game ender and a half. This is the most normal halftime score a UFL game has had this season. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a Jekyll and Hyde situation for Birmingham. And I don't get it. Like, every single conversion attempt, it feels they go into this 5 wide set in shotgun, and I don't get why they don't try to switch it up. Like, just do something different. And try to throw them off. Oh yeah, this game's on ESPN too. A kick is going to be returned from the 10, and trying to create something is brought down by the 35. That would probably bring us to halftime. Yeah. Alright, halftime score. Yeah, it looks like an actual football score for once. Ender and a half. But yeah, it is halftime. The only reason this isn't on main ESPN is because of the Thunder Mavericks game 6, which that's the Thunder are destroying. Okay. Oh no, Birmingham can clinch home field with a win today. I was correct about that. Cool. Well, they're up by 7. Yeah, we're gonna be getting to game 7 in that series, which I'm fine with. Anyway, it's time. I said earlier that I want Luca. Said earlier that we will go over the college football trailer. Might as well do that now. Yeah, that's true. Make sure this is muted. Make sure everything on my PC is muted just in case. I don't think audio will come through anyway, but you never know. Alright. Oh, so it's gonna be Birmingham anyway, it seems? Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, there we go. So since it's halftime, we'll quickly run down this trailer as again fucking pumped. I love already pausing. I love that it started with the Boise State blue turf. Like the great start for the trailer. Starting with the blue turf was great. Like it's a great fucking choice. It's the most iconic field. And then straight into one of the most iconic run out traditions with Howard's Rock and the Hill. Like, like going from Idaho to wherever the fuck Clemson is. I think it's in South Carolina. It might be in Northwest. To the Carolinas, like just showing. Yeah, obviously the color doesn't look great in the older stuff. It should look better in this at least. I don't give a fuck about Notre Dame. But that's cool. Have like, them even showcasing Boston College and stuff. Oh yeah, it's who's at the eyes for sure, especially when Boise State also wears blue. But it's beautiful nonetheless. Same thing with Eastern Washington's red field. Like having Boston College's proper run out, the Gator head for UF, LSU's win bar. Like, these like Madden and this game, like in the past, the college football games have always played slightly different compared to Madden. It was like faster, if I remember correctly, comparing 14 to 25. And but like that is the gameplay doesn't truly matter. It's this shit. Because this is the main thing, at least to me at least, that makes college football different than the NFL. It is these pregame traditions, and then straight into the flyover with "Welcome to the Jungle" playing in the background, like beautiful. Yeah, and then the Texas preparing to run out, getting Wyoming's shit right as well, in the snow as like, come like, the amount of detail is great. Oh, for sure, it's Bama. The graphics are great. I do not expect the game to look like this on July 19th, but it looks beautiful. The towels waving, fucking Bevo. Oh, I'm forgetting my frame real quick. Yeah, I was doing the wrong thing. Yeah, some of these look almost real. Bevo, like having Bevo in the game. I don't think Bevo was in. He might have been in like NCAA 12, but I don't think he was in 14. LSU prepping up. A fucking demon deacon on a motorbike. Like it's. Uh... So obviously, because at this point in the trailer, he wasn't yet. At this point in the trailer, they have "Welcome to the Jungle" playing. I need confirmation that "Bounce Around" is playing whenever Wisconsin runs out because it's iconic. The Trojan Pid. Obviously, they're not gonna have it, but I would have loved it. They would have had the eat shit Pid for West Virginia. Penn State whiteout. Go Washington in the rain. Like this is one of the main ones I've been seeing going around saying like how real it looks. Baylor's run out. What is there a reason that Baylor likes to have the pyrotechnics at midfield, or is it just because they could? Like, is there a reason behind that? And the Clemson running down the hill. They better have. I know Dabo himself isn't going to be in a game, but they better have it set to where the head coach, because they could, respect. They better have whoever they make the head coach of Clemson, just full force run down that hill every single time, just like Dabo. They better, because that. And then seeing App State in this glory, because the last official time we see App State is in the PS2 era. Yes, you have revamped for the PS3, but the last official time App State was touched, being like 20-ish years ago, and probably a little less, but I will say it is hilarious how much of a hatred EA has for Ohio State for some reason. The three key things. Obviously, you have the stiff farm coming up here against Ohio State. You have Cal McCord in Syracuse running a double reverse, which is great that they have more unique trick plays in the game. The Kinnick Wave, the mascots all look great. The toe drags, the 1 foot toe drag from LSU. Army running the fucking with the wishbone. I love how dumb Oregon can get. True. That is true that Ohio State gets enough love. Pitt slamming it home. And yeah, so this sack animation has been going around as well, but at the same time, it's like it's a football play, because people are like, oh, it's same thing as that has in Madden. Like whatever. Oh, yeah, I hate Ohio State fans as well. Like it's just beautiful. Who did they have Travis Hunter catch this over? Wisconsin, was that Wisconsin? I th- no, Utah. I know, Bob Fleishman, I know you appreciate how fucking good Mike looks. I thought it was Louisville at first, but no, like it's Utah. Yeah, I know you appreciate how well little Mike looks here. Yeah, this is the other part with the hatred for Ohio State. I love the Illabuck Trophy, and the score 52-42 between Illinois and Ohio State. Oh, Illinois has now won this game since 2007, and in the trailer they have them winning it by putting up 52. Like, why? It's hilarious, but why? I really hope for like night games and like big time marquee games that we see Tennessee checkered out in the stands. Oh yeah, for sure. But I really hope we see Tennessee fully checkered out for the night games. So like if they play like a primetime ABC game at 8 p.m., we'll see it checkered out. Same way we saw Penn State whited out. One thing I'm shocked about when it comes to the trailer is the main EA studio, EA Tiburon, is located in Maitland, Florida, which is like 30 minutes from UCF. I am shocked we didn't get any UCF representation in the trailer, but whatever. I'm just happy they didn't make any USF representation either. Probably not for a long while. It will be great. If anything, I see 2K more likely to get on board with a UFL game than I do EA. Because I know 2K wants to get back into the NFL world. Because they've been working on a arcade NFL game for what, like 4 years now. I would imagine we're seeing it this year, but who knows? Yeah, it definitely not until we get a lot more teams. Also, it actually lasted, I think, long enough to where halftime is done with, which is great. Yeah. as we find out more about that, I'm just like what team builder is back. I already have like a list of like 4 or 5 teams that I want to make in team builder. Like I like team builder being back is amazing. That I am worried about mascot mashup. We haven't heard anything about it yet. Since we heard about team builder yesterday, I figured we also would have heard about mascot matchup. Hopefully, it'll be in a game. We'll see. But like, team builder being back, like, cause I'm bringing back Hofstra, UNO. There's a few others. Like I think Jackson. I have on my one of my Twitter bookmarks is a list of all those kind of schools. Hold on. It would be cool to bring back Boston University and the Terriers because they consider they've been a really good hockey school. Like again, Hofstra I want to bring back. Long Beach State. Bring back Marquette's football team. Wichita State, obviously. UNO. And then even some like made up schools I have in mind as well. Like I got stuff planned for it. That is true, but at the same time, those are also the traditions of those schools. Again, I would imagine mascot matchup will be in the game. If not, I'm sure the backlash would have them put it into next year's game at the very least. I would hope. But either way, like, so it was. They announced that for the marquee matchups, it will be Herbstreit and Fowler, and then for every other matchup, it would be Reese Davis, David Pollock, and someone else I cannot remember. As the kick is going to be returned from inside the 15, about the 14, and out to about the 35 ish. But there's still no word on where Desmond Howard is going to come into the game, as he was not officially announced on the website of being a part of the second commentating team, which I think all but guarantees college game day being a factor. Saban's just on an elephant like Hannibal. that would be fantastic. That is how Saban would show up to his Hall of Fame induction for Alabama. Martinez in shotgun back behind him, going to hand this one off right side to Ricky. No, not to Ricky Person. Gains about 2 yards, but that was handoff to backup running back Larry Roundtree. So no, Desmond Howard announced himself, like he officially announced that he would be in the game. Like his voice is gonna be in the game, so I assume it's game day. Because it was also announced that the halftime voice was announced, and all the commentating teams were announced, and Desmond Howard's name did not appear. But like he was announced to be in the game. Martinez looking to throw on 2nd and 7. Throwing left side and is going to be caught and stepped out of bounds for a gain of about 6 is Amari Rogers. So 3rd down to begin the game. Yeah, Tom Brady was at Michigan for the first game today, and he's going to be taking up the main Fox broadcast team. It's going to be interesting to see how he does though. I'm not too sure. I really liked Greg Olson. Martinez in shotgun back to his left on 3rd and 1, going to toss it left side. And he's going to make one defender miss and get past the 50 down to about the 45 for a Birmingham first down. That is once again Larry Roundtree for the first down. Corso was confirmed to not be in the game. And I think a lot of that is because of his age, and it's kind of hard for him to do all that. So Corso was confirmed not in the game. Same thing with Pat McAfee. Both Corso and McAfee are confirmed not to be in the game for this first year. We will see for the future installments. Yeah, Martinez going to play action on 1st and 10, stepping up, makes two defenders miss, then just keeps it himself, working the outside, gets the angle, gains 10 yards, stepping out of bounds at about the 35 for another Birmingham first down. It is going to be weird having a college game day without the Corso's mascot head selections in the game, because that used to be the case. In the PS2 NCAA games, Corso did the helmet select the headgear selection, as there is a Houston player being checked up on the field. It's a number 33. JT Tyler being looked at. 13 minutes left in the third. We'll probably head to an injury timeout commercial break. No, it was 93. Chris Odom being checked up on. Okay. Oh yeah, so I would imagine Corso probably has a year or two left, and they're gonna get Saban and McAfee more adjusted to game day before Corso retires. Now, here's the thing though, with a pre-game game day smoke style thing. First off, a lot of people probably going to be skipping it anyways, and two, you'll need McAfee to say like a sentence for each team saying that he thinks they would win, and good to go. You'll be fine. I think the headgear selection is going to be retired with Corso. I don't think you can have anyone else do it. Maybe a different unique way of selecting games will come up, but it's not going to be the headgear. That goes when Corso goes. Because it just wouldn't feel right if anyone else does it. It just wouldn't. Yeah, it's sad, but it would not feel right if you like real quick, just imagine real quick. Game day is in, let's just say it's in Corvallis, because why not? And you see Saban pick up the beaver head and put it on instead of Corso. It wouldn't feel the same. Like that is Corso's thing. It deserves to be retired when Corso does. Otherwise, it just wouldn't feel the same. It would feel fake. For sure, yeah, and same. Like I've definitely watched the most game day I have this past year than I had in previously. But game day is fun. Big Noon Kickoff is slowly taking over, but both are good. Yeah, that's a fair point with Saban as well. But it's like, but it's also like it was time anyway. Even if he hadn't lost his edge, college football was passing him by anyway with NIL and everything. Like he even said it himself during one of his first interviews after retiring, that just like the kids were not focused on the game anymore, and he couldn't keep up with it. I am gonna be very interested to see how Belichick handles next season. Being on Pat's show Monday mornings and on the Manning cast Monday nights, that's gonna be fun. It was the same thing with Belichick, and like it was time for Belichick to retire because just the game passed him by. I wouldn't be shocked if Belichick gets another shot, but he's not the same coach he once was. Martinez and shotgun back to his right, back from commercial break. Send the man in motion, going to fake it, then do an end around to Dion Kane, who has plenty of blocking, but fumbles the ball. And Birmingham luckily comes back on top of it at the 20. Wait, did I ref just single Houston ball? No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Birmingham fell back on top of it. Yes, Birmingham maintains possession. But man, that would have been a killer for momentum wise. What a peanut punch. And it just, wow. Larry Roundtree jumps over two Houston defenders to make sure he falls back on the ball. What an effort there to keep possession. At least your head coach believes in the transfer portal, unlike Dabo. Flash. At least there's that. And they're going to get Houston for jumping there. It's going to be a flag pre-snap. Yeah, very lucky that they kept possession. But at the same time, like, that was just a perfect peanut punch. So there's not much. There's not much you could have done to keep that, unless he had two hands on the ball. But no one's going to be running two hands on the ball when they have that much open space that they had. So 1st and 5, ball on the 15. Martinez and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Going to throw it right side on the receiver screen to Kevin Austin, and he's going to pick up about 6 for the first down. No, but how many transfers did Clemson get this offseason or have gotten so far? I feel because Dabo came out and said that he just doesn't believe in the transfer portal, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't believe in the transfer portal? That's well, yes, you still need like recruiting still matters, but so does the transfer portal now more than ever. And you need a balance between the two. You can't just build a team off of transfers or off of recruiting. Martinez alone in shotgun, ball on the 10-yard line, looking to throw. Throwing it right side, and it is incomplete. Amari Rogers could not hang on the diving grab, and the falls incomplete. Like 6? Really? Damn. And yeah, all the breaks are going the Stallions' way, but that Amari Rogers needs to catch that ball. He bobbled it. You need to catch that. So what? Clemson had 6 transfers. Colorado had 6 recruits committed. There's a balance somewhere in there. Martinez alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, looking to throw once again. Pass over the middle is incomplete, intended for Jay Sternberger. And it was a good press coverage, keeping him at the line for just long enough to where that pass sails incomplete. 3rd and goal from the 10. Who's all in do you believe more, Clemson or the Cowboys? I got my answer, and it's neither. So 5 wide once again for Birmingham. Martinez looking to throw. On 3rd and goal, has plenty of time. Great blocking up front. Stepping up, throwing right side, and it is Amari Rogers caught for the touchdown. He makes up for the drop on 1st down with a great toe drag snag right there in the front corner of the end zone. This is now a 13-point game. Yeah, neither. It's just great toe drag. So we'll see, can they get the conversion attempt here? As there is a stoppage for something. I don't know. They have the trainers on the field passing out the Gatorade bottles and some kind of stoppage of clock. I think there might be a booth review for this. Yeah, Deshaun Watson was great, Trevor Lawrence was great, and all that. Like, Clemson has had some really good teams. But in the new age of college football, having Dabo Swinney come out and straight up say, we don't truly believe in a transfer portal, they're gonna fall behind quick. As simple as that. And yeah, we'll see how Birmingham lines up for this conversion attempt. If they're in five wide again, okay, they're going for a 1 point try at least, trying to make it a 14-point game. In theory, this should be easier. It's from the 2 yard line. Just go in your T formation and run it up the gut. That works. Instead, Martinez is in shotgun, 5 receiver set. What the? All right, 3 receivers to the right, going to fake a touch pass, throwing it in a slat to Jordan Thompson. The conversion attempt is good, so it works out. They do some trickery there, but they constantly go 5 wide on conversion attempts, and I don't get it. 14-point game though. Oh yeah, for sure. And it's only the best game of his career because Houston shot the bed against KC in that 24-0 choke job. Oh yeah, that was dope in the trailer. Here's my question, Ball Flash. Let's say both LSU and Clemson are trash. Which Tiger team are you going to then? Mizzou or Auburn? And true, like the 5 wide makes sense with Martinez's running ability, and I get all that. And it was different than just him having him drop back. But when every single conversion attempt you're going 5 wide, you need to do something with Martinez's running ability at some point. So the fact that they had him roll out a little bit to his left, I like it and all that. But it's just do something more creative than just a fake jet touch pass. Because they could be so much more creative. And yeah, he gambles, but again, majority of the time it works. That's why Birmingham has lost 3 games in 3 seasons, and has improved year in year out. Like lost 2 games in the first season, 1 game last season. They might lose no games this season. So like Holtz is a great coach for the UFL. As we're at commercial break after the Birmingham touchdown. But I just when you have a quarterback who's as quick as Martinez, you would expect him to be a lot more creative with short yardage situations than just saying 5 wide, spread out the defense, and see what happens. Oregon would be your third team. That's not a Tiger. What? No, so when NCAA 14 was still like not at its peak, but at its early stages, and even most recently with it, I did a Road to Glory with NCAA 12 recently to I kind of just say fuck it, why not? Oregon most of the time is my go to for that stuff because the amount of uniform options they have is hilarious and great. Wait, what? I could have sworn I saw like quackers or some dumb shit for the Oregon mascot. I could 100% be mistaken. Is just called the Oregon Duck? Or the Webfoot? Oh, they're so creative with jerseys and everything, but they cannot come up with a name for a duck. The kick is going to be returned from the 10-yard line, and it's going to be brought down at the 25, and he fumbles it. But Houston falls back on top of it again at the 25-yard line. Excellent kick return coverage from Birmingham. Top 5 secondary choices. Oswald's a much better name than the Oregon Duck. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Again, how can you come up with like 50,000 different jersey combinations, but can't come up with a mascot name? I believe that's Nolan Henderson in shotgun and back to his right, going to hand this one off up the middle, and that's TJ Pleasure gaining about 7 yards. Yeah, Alabama got a lot of respect. There was something I saw the other day that was like the amount of budget for the athletics department and the football teams in each school, and you have like Ivy League schools that have more budget than the entirety of the CUSA, and I'm like, how? Henderson looking to throw right side and is going to be caught for the first down as Kiki Chisholm, as ESPN's broadcast just freaked out for a second there. Memphis fifth because why not? Memphis does have some pretty solid uniforms themselves as well. Going to hand this one off on 1st and 10. Working that right side is Mark Thomas for a gain of about 8. Past the about no, it's TJ Pleasure. My bad. TJ Pleasure on the handoff. Maybe I think Yale's budget for the athletics department is at like just about 20 mil if I remember correctly, and then the highest CUSA school is can I remember, but they're at like 15 ish for the one in NOLA. Henderson looking to throw in 2nd and 2. Has time throwing left side where it's going to be caught at the 35-yard line is Kiki Chisholm. And it's a case of tie goes to the receiver. So that's a big pickup for Houston on 2nd and 2. I know they're considered like like a Southern Ivy League school, but their football team's in the American, so I do not give a fuck that if they're considered academically an Ivy League. If they're not in the if they're not traveling to Harvard once a year or every other year, you in Ivy League. Henderson going to hand this one off, trying to work the left side, gets up past the 30 to about the 28-yard line is TJ Pleasure. Like I wanted like if Tulane ain't playing in Yale's 150-year-old stadium every other year, you in Ivy League. Henderson and shotgun back to his left. Going to roll out right on a bootleg, looking to throw. Pass in right side is going to be caught, it seems. A ruling the catch as of right now and brought down near the 10. Is going to be close. But again, as of right now, they're saying it is caught by Cyril Grayson. Let's see. Did the ball hit? It was underthrown. That's a bad angle for it. It's a top-down angle. Give me something from the side, if anything. So it would be ball in the 5. But the play is now under review. They couldn't get the snap off in time to hurry up. So we will see. Give me a better angle than top-down for this. Like, this should not be a top-down angle replay. I mean, like, logically, there we go. This is a lot better for an angle. No, it's not, because the ref is blocking barely. Okay, hold on. To be fair, though, Princeton's like color scheme is just the Bengals color scheme, so it's hard to fuck up an orange and black color scheme. There's not really a good angle for this, is there, huh? Yeah, I mean, the best angle they had for it, the ref is blocking like 90% of it. And yeah, they're saying the play stands. They couldn't really find a good angle for it. The one angle that was like a really good angle, you could see like maybe a percentage of what you wanted to see, and from that small bit, it doesn't seem like the ball touches the ground, but again, it's not enough evidence to overturn that. Henderson is shotgun back to his left, going to look to throw pass over the middle, is batted down, incomplete. And yeah, like it is weird how most of the camera angles there were blocked, but at the same time, it's like that's what happens when you have what like 25, 26 people on the field. Not every camera angle is going to be great. And yeah, that is also true. They were due a break. So second and goal, Henderson is shotgun, three receivers to the left, a back to his right, going to hand this one off up the middle, and gains about 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. Sets up third and goal. Again, they need a touchdown on this drive to cut the lead roughly in half. So third and goal, ball on the 3 yard line. Henderson is shotgun back to his left, three receivers to the right. Now motion in the back out to the right, looking to throw. Going to be a QB keeper, and he slips, only gains about a yard, if that. It will be fourth and goal. Rough. I would imagine Houston goes for it here, and yeah, the offense is currently on the field. Yeah, yeah, I watched through YouTube TV, so that naturally has a delay to it. Going to play action on fourth and goal, rolling out to his left, gonna keep it himself, diving forward, and he gets past the pylon. It is a touchdown for Houston. And this makes it a one possession game. That is the wrong number. There we go. 20-28. A nicely done fake by Nolan Henderson. And then he Superman dives to break the plane. So I would imagine they're probably going for 2 here to make it a 6-point game. Yeah, 2-point try from the 5 yard line. Henderson is shotgun back behind him to make it a 6-point game. Going to fake, and there's a flag that stops the play dead. It's going to be a false start on Houston. Yeah. False start on Houston now makes it a 2-point try from the 10-yard line. So again, trying to make it a 6-point game. Two-point try from the 10. Henderson in shotgun, back to his left, three receivers right, looking to throw. Rolling out to his left, escaping pressure. Throwing over the middle and incomplete, threw it across body, couldn't get enough under it, and it remains an 8-point game. So with 4:22 left, he missed his first field goal at home this season. At home this year, he missed today. I didn't see what the yard mark was on it, but yeah, he missed his first kick in Detroit today. Because when they played Memphis in Memphis, he missed two that game. Yeah, I still think he was gonna have he's got a spot in the league. Yeah, third miss of the season if I remember correctly. He might have missed. No, I don't think he missed another one because most of the times where he's missed in between today and that Memphis game, there was because of penalties. There were penalties on the play, so he negated it. A kickoff is underway, going to be returned from inside the 15. And gets to the 30-yard line before being brought down. So Birmingham will start from there. And this has been a weird day for both quarterbacks of Houston. Yeah, the game in Memphis was. How has Dallas came back? So, your update from the NBA. At halftime, Dallas was down by like 20. They're now only down by 2 with 7.5 left. What has been happening in that game? Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, three receivers to the right, now shifting the back to his left, going to hand this one off, and gains about 3 yards is Ricky Person, but there is a flag. And yeah, Luka, I guess, man, I've not been paying attention to that game. It is a face mask on Houston. That would be 15 yards and a first down. Another rough penalty from Houston's defense. So what is the, real quick if I can, what is the stat sheet in this game for Luka? He's only at 27, 9, and 8. If anything, Derrick Jones Jr. is playing outstandingly. 20? Is that 20 points? Damn. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, now shifting the back to his right. Three receivers left, looking to throw, stepping up, trying to escape some pressure. He does, rolling out to his left. Throwing it, going to be caught by Marlon Williams and stepping out of bounds after a gain of about 6. Kyrie's at 19. It kind of just a weird all-around game for Dallas. Could also be the fact that OKC's kind of gone numb after half. It seems. Oh yeah, that's why Shea's close to 31. He can't go past it. That's his rule. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, three receivers right, handing this one off up the middle, bouncing off defenders, getting towards the left side, picks up the first down and more. Down to about the 33-yard line is Larry Roundtree the third. Nice piece of running there. And yeah, just nothing going up the middle. He bounces it out wide. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 now for Birmingham. Martinez in shotgun back to his right. Three receivers to the right. Now motioning back out to the left. Looking to throw. Gonna dump it off to Larry Roundtree in the flat. And that picks up about 5 yards. Will do. Yeah, I know. 2:10 left in the third. Martinez in shotgun back to his right, going to hand this one off to Ricky Person left side. Past the 20, 15, 10, get down inside the 4. An excellent piece of running for Ricky Person. It was great blocking up front for Birmingham, and they were moving the ball with ease. It breaks off one tackle, then stiff arms another. Somehow stays in bounds there. That's a great piece of running. Oh, did he stay in bounds? They're saying he stepped out of bounds at the 8. Still a really nice piece of running though. Martinez in shotgun back to his left. Going to play action, looking to run himself left side. And is going to make a move and get in for the touchdown. Birmingham extends the lead once again to 14. And yeah, Houston's defense. They're definitely getting tired. The run game's working a lot better for Birmingham right now than it did earlier in the game. Yeah, I need to remember to put that in my card tomorrow. Martinez passing tonight has been alright. I mean, 19 for 30, 173, and 3 touchdowns. Like, that's a weird stat line, but hey, his run game's been. He's been having a solid game. That one pick was unfortunate, but they're up by 14, going for the 1-point try from the 2-yard line. Trying to make it a 15-point game. Martinez in shotgun back to his right. Sending a receiver in motion, going to hand it off, and Larry Roundtree fights forward and gets in. It's a 15-point game. See, keep it simple sometimes. It works. Yeah, Reuben Foster is out due to injury. And to be fair, he's been dealing with injuries throughout the season, but they just caught up to him. But even with Reuben Foster, like their run game still wasn't, their run defense still wasn't great, because it takes more than one player. 3 up with 5 left. I think. Alright. What is the real quick? What's the time of possession stats looking like today? I would imagine Birmingham is kind of settled with it. Occasionally, but more so like if I do live streams surrounding basketball games, it would just be more so. It wouldn't be play by plays. It would just be live reactions to all the plays. Like for the Heat Bulls playing game, we did a stream for that. And again, like tomorrow, there might be like alongside the second UFL game, there might be more discussion about the Knicks Pacers game, as the return is up to about the 36 for Houston. They will start there. But yeah, like there's a few basketball related videos on the channel. There's gonna be a lot more. We have some recorded I need to start working on at some point that are NBA related. But more so with basketball and the NBA, it's probably just going to be like a stream a week to discuss everything come next season. Yep, I'm gonna talk to Tosa tonight to see if he's even going to be up tomorrow by 3:30. If he wants to join in, he can. Henderson thrown over the middle. It is caught past the first down marker to about the 48 yard line. That's caught by Kiki Chisholm, and that gives Houston the first down. Because it's Game 7 tomorrow for the Knicks and Pacers, and I feel like it would be funny to have him on while that game goes on as well, in that called UFL game. Houston's gonna hand this one off to TJ Pleasure up the middle for about 3. We will see if the game's even still on by the time Birmingham still scores again. If not, I mean, I also have my main TV is like directly to the right. Only reason why I don't have the UFL game on there is because, one, that's a little bit behind of my PC, and two, it'd be a lot weirder me looking like this on stream than just here. But I have the NHL game on as well, Game 6 between Vancouver and Edmonton, just in the background. Henderson handed this one off to TJ Pleasure. Gets about 3 yards on the play. Sets up third and manageable. Third and short, and that'll also bring us to the end of the third quarter. So like I should have been able to keep up with Dallas's comeback, but I've just been. We did the halftime with the college football trailer and whatnot. I'm kind of focused on the game. It's been a surprisingly good game. So, I don't really have a definitive name for this yet, for this room. Because really, there's not like a definitive setup yet for these broadcasts. Eventually, in time, I will have it like a properly dedicated broadcasting room and everything. But that's gonna take a while. If anything, it's more so like, yeah, kind of like a guest room that I kind of just have my primary like big setup in, but then early in the season, that room, that's also kind of like a setup I have. Young in quotes, I mean. I got stuff planned out. I just need everything to come into fruition first. I already have like how I want a room. I already have an idea of how I want a main broadcasting room to look. I just need to get the right space. I mean, I could probably get like a flaming chicken poster. No. Yeah, not in this one, not in the other one. It'll take time. Because the other thing is like I want it to be a big enough space as well. Because this room is a lot smaller than the other one. But the issue is the other one, where everything is located, there's not enough like background space. It probably would, but at the same time, it's kind of just like, I don't know. I have an idea for the background when the time comes. But like I'm looking, because the end goal, we might see it a little bit come NFL season, depending on if I get everything I want for it to work. But at some point, I want to also have like a whiteboard in the background in some capacity. So like during these commercial breaks, or like during pretty much during these commercial breaks, or like during other things, I can get up there, go to the whiteboard, and actually like draw out the play and everything that I had to like a key play or whatever. Because I got stuff planned. I have ideas that I want to do. It's just I need to get stuff situated for it first, and it'll take time. We're still in the infancy of everything, so. Yeah, exactly. Like, so it'll take time. Henderson looking to throw in 3rd and 4, rolling out to his left. There's going to be a flag on the play, but Henderson scrambles for a gain of 5. Yeah, exactly. And I probably could have started it today. I may start it tomorrow, but I also planned for like a ticker at the bottom that has the stats and everything. It's going to be holding on Birmingham is the penalty. So Houston picks up a first down either way. Because you're kind of like how, maybe not exactly like how the actual tickers work, because that would, no. But at least it'll be like, it would have like the stats for like the game I'm calling or whatnot. Or maybe kind of just like a rough score of all the other games. Henderson looking to throw in 1st and 10, throwing it, launching it down the right side, and incomplete, should have been intercepted. A dangerous, dangerous throw. But comes off incomplete through the hands of the Birmingham defender. Yeah, exactly. So that's why like the simple way to do it is just going to be the stats from whatever game I'm calling. That's like the idea to have. We might start that tomorrow. I would not be shocked if that's true. I can check. What, they're at 20? It is tied for the most points they've scored all year. Henderson and shotgun going to hand it, no, keep it himself and a little bit of a read option, and gets to about the 29-ish yard line. I might say the 30, and I'm bringing up 3rd down. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I use my phone. When I'm in this room, I use my phone for the camera, so... No, that was against Michigan when they put up 20. All right, Henderson and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, 3rd and 4, looking to throw, pass over the middle. It is caught to a wide open receiver who's brought down at about the 17-yard line. That is Justin Hall on the reception. They're one of the M teams. That is true. I'm not. That has not been green this week. I think, and part of that is because I'm not. It's not going to be a 6+ hour stream. We're just doing the one game due to the timing and everything. So I hopefully it also doesn't happen tomorrow, as there's an hour between games. Henderson in shotgun back to his right. It's gonna be, he bobbles the snap but gets the handoff going in time. Working the left side is Mark Thompson, who gets to about the 10-yard line before being taken down. It will be 2nd down. Yeah, when I say this channel is in its infancy, I truly mean it. There's a lot more stuff I have planned, but it's all in due time. Slowly but surely, the full plan for this will come into effect. Henderson in shotgun back to his right, ball on about the 11, going to hand this one off once again, trying to work the left side to Mark Thompson, but it goes nowhere. 3rd and about 6, I believe. Exactly. So we got another hour before the green screen pops up, apparently, according to that. Which this game should not, hopefully does not allow. If this game somehow goes into overtime and lasts another hour. Third down, Henderson in shotgun, a back motion towards the backfield, looking to throw. Stepping up, trying to create space, rolling out to his right. Pump faking, gonna keep it himself on the scramble. Did he get enough? It's gonna be close. He stepped out of bounds. His toes were like at the first down line on the field. I'm not sure if he actually did get enough though. It would depend on the spot. They're saying he did not get the first, so it'll be 4th and inches. They can't for some reason. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, this is Nolan Henderson's first real time playing. They tried a QB sneak and he fumbled the snap. And he's down. Henderson is shaken up after the play. They tried a QB sneak on 4th and inches. And he fumbled the snap. Are you kidding? Of course. I don't think there was any other way Houston could. I don't think there was any other way this game could be closed out. He's up. He's walking off the field. But he yeah, he just couldn't get a hold of the snap. Wow. And now bring us to a commercial break. Wow. So anyway, 27 seconds left in OKC Dallas. OKC is down by 2. No, all good. I mean, Emily said that as a joke. I am hope a game 7 in this series though would be fun. As we're still on commercial break. Over here in Birmingham. Did they call it a tech on Dallas there? So that was a 1-point game. Okay. Why is that game going to whatever? All right. Oh, is there a storm? Is there a storm brewing over in Houston? Was yesterday. Damn. Because hurricane season starting up soon, or it might have already have. I can never remember the exact start and end dates for hurricane season. I just know that it's like 90% of the year. Okay, starts June 1st. Alright, yeah, I've got a few days before all that. Yeah, hurricane season is fun. This has been a long commercial break for an ESPN broadcast. As we're just coming out of commercial. So, Birmingham with the ball. Martinez and shotgun back to his right. Ball on the 7 yard line. Handing this one off left side. Has plenty of space to run. Going to pick up the first down. And down to about the 20. Did he fumble that? It was Larry Roundtree on the carry. Are they saying he fumbled? Oh, he definitely fumbled. Did Houston recover? He 100% fumbled. Hold on, who fell on this ball? It's gonna be close. I think Houston fell on it though. Yeah, Houston forces a fumble and falls back on it. Their ball on the 21-yard line. Defense coming in clutch. Henderson is shotgun back behind him. Going to hand this one off to Mark Thompson, trying to work the left side himself and push out of bounds after getting him back to the line of scrimmage. Central Arkansas is another team I want to build in team builder for the new college football game if they allow me to properly use the turf, properly build that turf. I that Birmingham Michigan game to end the year is going to be good. Henderson is shotgun back to his left, going to hand this. No, keeping himself on a read option, trying to get something going, and gets it out of bounds after a gain of about 7. I know it's that purple and silver mix and match. The issue is I know for Team Builder and NCAA 14, you only were able to do blue turf. So I'm really hoping they expand the options for the turf building and team builder. I believe they would have, but it's EA. Who the fuck knows? What's there to hate about it? It's great. North Alabama. Houston is calling their first time out with 9:08 left in the game. I'm also I'm also curious on how many team builder teams we're gonna be able to make because I think you were limited to like 12. I say limited to 12. That's still a lot. I think you're only able to like have 8 or 12 in 14. If they allow you to have a lot of team builder teams, that is cool. It was made in town. So probably have to chip over some money to Boise State, as I'm pretty sure they have some kind of licensing or copyright on colored turf because Boise State is dumb. Or that might only be for blue turf. I have no idea. I just know there's some kind of stipulation. Dallas wins the series. It's gonna be wow. Okay. I did not expect OKC to fall in the second round. It's a good season for them. Just for their blue? Okay. I can't remember if it was just for the blue or if it was all colored turf. Because yeah, I know Coastal Carolina has that teal, which is beautiful. Eastern Michigan has gray. Eastern Washington has red. Central Arkansas has its whatever you want to call it. All right, so attendance numbers for today's game, pretty solid. About 10,300. So pretty solid attendance for Birmingham, considering who they're playing against. Eastern Washington. They have red turf, and it is. You think Boise State makes your eyes hurt? Eastern Washington. That is a bright red color that they have. As we're still at commercial break. Should be, yep, just coming out of commercial. 9:10 left. They added 2 seconds. Yeah, definitely. When you get the chance, look at it. It is a sight to behold. I only know they exist because one, the Big Sky Conference is one of the better FCS conferences, and two, their turf is red. Sanet in the game under center, gonna hand this one off up the middle, and only gains about a yard, if that. Yeah, Washington State. There was a flag on the play. Although there's a flag on the play, as it stands, it would be fourth down, about two, if that. We'll see what his penalty is. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Birmingham gives Houston a fresh set of downs. Rough. They called it on number 51. Damon Lloyd. That's called for unsportsmanlike conduct. So now first and goal for Houston. Down by 15 with just under 9 to play. And let's see. Where is this unsportsmanlike? He slammed his helmet and took it off. Oh my. You're kidding me. Alright, Sanet under center. Back behind him, going to hand this one off to Mark Thompson, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. Exactly. Yes, I pretty much see the FCS schools, well, one, like in the early weeks when they played the FBS schools, and two, when the FCS playoffs come around. It's like he ran like 10 yards away from the play, took his helmet off, and slammed it in excitement. Like, you cannot do that. He better hope to get a stop here. Second and goal, Sanet under center, back behind him. Going to play action this one, looking to throw. No one available, just throws it back in the end zone, incomplete, out of bounds. Sets up third and goal. Birmingham played that play very well. Yeah. And, like, they didn't even have FCS schools in the PS3 NCAA games. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna have FCS schools for the beginning, at least, of the new one either. Yeah, this game has been stretched out, a lot of it because there's been a lot of touchdowns. Reed Sanet under center, going to play action once again, looking to throw, rolling out left, throwing it, gonna be caught. Touchdown, Brandon Bowman. He gives Houston some life. Now only down by 9. Yep, created good job creating the separation, and a great pass by Sanet makes this a 9-point game, 1 possession game. So there's 136 schools in the game, but that is because there was 136 FBS schools. And yeah, this has definitely been Birmingham's defense's worst game of the season. The 2-point try from the 5-yard line. Sanet in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it is caught by Justin Hall for the conversion. What a laser by Reed Sanet, right into a window between 3 defenders. And we have ourselves a 7-point game? Yeah, 7-point game. The idea is, come like halfway through this, like come next season we'll get the FCS schools, or there might be like DLC. But yeah, FCS schools are not, at least are not at a loss, just because again, they had to, so during the blog post for the game, they said that they had to pretty much create a whole new stadium builder engine just to create all 150 stadiums in the game. There's 136 for each team, and then the 14 unique bowl stadiums. There's way too many shit for them to have FCS right now. Like, there's a reason this game took, what, 4 years, 3 years to make since it was first announced. Like, there was a reason it took that long. Yeah, seven. Again, this is the most normal looking UFL score of the season, and it's between Houston and Birmingham. Alright, 7:20 left in the game. Houston down by 7. They're gonna kick this one away. A line drive kick going to begin to return from inside the 10. Trying to work that right side. Has some space. Gets out of bounds at about the 36, 37. I don't know how long the game will take to download or how much space. If I need to buy an entirely new internal SSD for the PS5 in order to, just for this game, I will. I'm playing this game on launch. Okay, I got the MVP bundle already, so the 3 days early as well. Like I'm. He could. Martinez and shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers left. Gonna hand this one off up the middle. And Ricky Person is fighting, still moving forward. Gains about 6 on a play where he first kind of got stood up after a gain of 2. He is a insane power back. I love it. I cannot wait to see Ricky Person in the NFL. Oh yeah. Oh, the college football 25 might take a week to download for you then. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, going to hand this one off once again to Ricky Person, and this time he's going to lose about 4 yards. Couldn't break off the tackle this time. Got wrapped up around the legs. And it's going to be a third and... Yeah, I would say third and is about third and long. Hold them, Houston. I see the jinx trying to work there. It could. 6 minutes left in the game. Martinez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Need to get the snap off. They do in time. Looking to throw. Chucking one deep down the field right side. And just overthrows Deion Kane, who had a step on his defender. But the ball is about 3 yards too far. And it's going to be 4th down. Out comes the punting unit. Houston has life. Getting the ball back, down 7. Oh, you would think it would help. Honestly, very well could. So, the weird thing is, with the college football game, the only edition you can get physically is the standard edition. So, like, the digital and MVP bundle or have to be digital, which I hate, but whatever. 2 extra days. That is true as well. Like, a loss could go a long way to help them regaining their hunger. Are you... What? Okay. So, the punt return began about the 10-yard line. As he went to go cut to the left and go up the field, Justin Hall just fumbles somehow. He just, like, let goes of the ball. And somehow falls back on top of it, like, 10 yards down the field. So he went to run like Mike Vick with one hand on the ball down the left side. And as he brought the ball back up, it hit his thigh and was knocked loose. And somehow, two Birmingham players miss it, and he jumps back on top of it. So, a lucky break from Houston. As Sinet is still in the game, I believe. He's in shotgun back to his left. Just under 5 minutes to play. Going to hand this one off to TJ Pleasure, trying to get the left side going, and cuts up field for about 3 yards on the play. Maybe a loss for Birmingham will definitely rejuvenate the team and help them get back on track. This has been a weird game for them. But deserve to lose? I don't know. I still don't think it's going to affect power rankings either way. Their offense is still going to play fantastic. Sinet shotgun back to his right. Going to play action, look to throw. Instant pressure. He tries to throw it in the check down, but couldn't fully get it out there. Falls incomplete, 3rd and 8. Yeah, the defense has lost it for sure. And again, Scooby Wright injury and retirement is definitely coming back to bite them and is hurting them. And honestly, I would, if so, with this game being a 7-point game, I could 100% see Houston scoring a touchdown and failing the conversion attempt with no time left on the clock. And it was only really the 19 only really happened because of the pressure they got up front. Sinet shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw, pressure gets there instantly, and he is sacked back at the 20-yard line. So as we're kind of talking shit on the defense, Taco Charlton steps up and makes a big time sack to force a punt, and Birmingham has a chance to run this clock out. They need their offense to have about 2 or 3 first down drive here. A blocked punt can also go a long way. The punt comes off clean. The return is going to let the ball bounce, and it takes a massive Houston bounce down to the 23-yard line. It first bounced at like the 45. So it took a massive Houston bounce. And the field position is a solid field position. That's a possibility. It's also just a possibility that they underestimated Houston's offensive line. And it's hard to make that kind of adjustment. I mean, I wouldn't say hard, but that kind of adjustment is something that needs to be made, like at halftime, and they kind of just didn't. Because I still think they were underestimating Houston's offensive line. Martinez in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers left, going to hand this one off up the middle to Ricky Person, who's breaking some tackles, trying to fight forward, gets to about the 29-yard line. It will be 2nd down. So Houston's in a weird spot here. Because if they make a stop, that will bring us to the 2-minute not a stop. If they either push them back or no gain, that will make it a 3rd down, entering the 2-minute warning. If they don't make a stop, you might be considering a big situation. So Martinez in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, now shifting the back to his right. Going to hand this one off to Ricky Person, who fights forward. And I think he's going to be inches short of the first as we enter the 2-minute warning. Currently, they're giving him the first down, but I don't know. I think he was short. If they did get that first down, that can go a long way to ending this one. we'll see what the measurement says afterwards. But we're entering a commercial break for the 2 minute warning. And who would have thought that this game would be coming down to the wire? So yep, so we're at commercial, and this game is closer than I expected. Same. Like I'm pretty sure I said to begin the stream that I would be shocked if Houston even scores 14. They've doubled that. I'm definitely this game is definitely, even if Birmingham comes up with the win, it's definitely making me worried about their defense. Not necessarily come next week, but come week 10 against Michigan. Well, of course, we need to see how this game ends, but this kind of defense cannot show up against Michigan or St. Louis. Yeah, I was expecting Houston to get blown out as well. Today's been a sneaky good day of games for the UFL. Did not expect either of these two to come down to the final 2 minutes. It was just an Allstate commercial, so I assume we'll be coming out commercial relatively shortly. But for right now, still at commercial break. We're getting the commercial for Game 7 tomorrow. Between the Knicks and Pacers. That should be a good game. Ryan Clark, I still don't get why ESPN decided getting rid of RG3 was the best decision for Monday Night Countdown. Like, get rid of Ryan Clark and have RG3 and Jason Kelsey be your Chuck and Shaq. Like, it would have been so much better if it was those two. And yeah, we're at 13 concurrent. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Final 2 minutes of this game. 7-point game coming down to a 3rd and inches. I think if you're Houston, you would rather that be a first down. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, gonna hand this one off, and Ricky Person bulldozes forward for the first down and a gain of 3. And the Birmingham crowd is hyped as that honestly very easily could be the dagger. With Houston only having 2 timeouts left, we'll see. Because, their defense could do something here and force a turnover somehow. But for them... This is a pretty long stoppage. I'm assuming Houston probably called a timeout. But there we go. Finally, the graphic shows it. Houston calls their second timeout. Yeah, I mean... Houston's last drive needed to be the drive because their defense can only make stops. So someone broke the chain. They're showcasing the stands, and someone had the Birmingham chain, and he was like slamming his chest and everything, and the chain just snapped. So yeah, 1 timeout left for Houston. 1st and 10, ball on the 35. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Going to hand this one off to Ricky Person once again, who cuts inside and gains about 2 yards on the carry. Yeah, good old shirts versus skins. that old way of selecting teams. Houston calls their final timeout, which also means they don't have a challenge left. It was unavailable. So, what third? After this play, 30 seconds should be run off, which would be about to 110, or like yeah, 120 ish, 117. And then another 30 seconds would be run off after the next play, which gets to about. Houston might have like 15 seconds with the ball, needing 7. That's assuming they don't force a turnover here in some capacity. But like they'll have like just under 20 seconds, needing the full length of the field. Martinez and shotgun can hand this one off to the back on his right is Ricky Person, who is dragging 2 Houston defenders along for a gain of about 5, or 4 or 5. And yeah, so 30 seconds can now be killed off the clock, which will bring us to 107. So yeah, I mean, Houston might not get the ball back. I mean, in theory they should, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Birmingham does the old punter run out the back of the end zone while everyone holds thing and kill off the rest of the clock that way. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, going to hand this one off once again to Ricky Person, who is going to lose about a yard, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so again, 30 seconds to be killed off, which will leave about 25 seconds left. The punt can typically last about 7. Yeah, Birmingham should have this one in the bag. Unless the punt gets blocked. We saw this last week. That Birmingham's punt did get blocked in the final minute of their game last week. So if that happens again, yeah, with 25 seconds left, Birmingham's going to call their first timeout. Tummy bread, exactly. So we'll see. Because again, you never know. The punt could get blocked. A massive return could happen here. Chaos, man. Chaos could ensue. Because the thing is, they're not going to be able to kill 25 seconds by having the punter just run around and have the holding penalties and everything. They're not going to be able to kill all that time. So that's not the best side. That's not the best plan. You want to just punt this one away. Fourth and 5, 25 seconds left. The punt comes off clean. Going to be returned from the 15-ish yard line. Justin Hall trying to get something going here. Going to get tackled just shy of the 30 at about the 27 with 14 seconds left, but there is a flag. Yeah, this does have shades of that DC game as well. I just think this game being this close is going to make the final 2 weeks for Birmingham very interesting. What's the flag? Is a personal foul on Birmingham after the play, so add on 15 yards. And Houston has a chance. They're at about midfield, needing a touchdown and the conversion. Reed Sinet is in the game. They're at about midfield with 14 seconds left. Oh yeah, possession change right as well. There we go. That's definitely a penalty Birmingham did not want to take. They can run like a solid 3 or so plays, but they need to make sure they either get out of bounds or get a first down. They cannot be tackled short of the first and over the middle. Sned looking to throw. Pass outside, going to be caught and stepping out of bounds at the 49-yard line is Kiki Chisholm with 10 seconds left. You are a yard shy of the first. You have enough time to then call one play, get the first because the clock would then be stopped, and spike it, and then take one shot towards the end zone. You don't need to take a shot here. You can, but I wouldn't like it considering the clock rules. Try to gain, take a shot. Did they give him the first? Actually, no. Yeah, second and one. Take a shot to about the 40. Sinet looking to throw. There's a shot past the 40 down to the 30. Get down. Gets down with 3 seconds left. So the 3 seconds left, need to hurry up and spike it. They do. So, why did the clock run 3 seconds off there? It was a spike. There should be at least a second left. Yeah, 1 second left. One play. Ball at the 24-yard line. It's a shot at the end zone here. You need to have your tallest, your biggest, your best hands on the field. You need to just take a shot at the end zone. And I think Birmingham is calling timeout. This would be perfect for the UFL if this game goes to overtime. Can't take a penalty if you're Houston because there's going to be a 10-second runoff. You cannot take any kind of penalty. You need to get the snap off in time. You need the ball to at least cross the goal line. Cannot throw it short, cannot catch it short. This needs to be at the end zone. There's no need for trickery here. You're at the 24-yard line. A simple shot towards the end zone. Reed Sinet, and now Birmingham calls their second timeout. Reed Sinet has done crazier shit before to win games. But the thing is, there's no PAT attempt. It is the conversion attempt. So this game is still a long ways from over, even if Houston scores. The key thing is you need the line to protect as well. You need to make sure this ball can be thrown into the end zone, not short of the end zone. This ball needs to, if this is incomplete, I want to see the ball bounce in the end zone. Or fuck. Or at least a trajectory that would have had it land in the end zone. That was the worst time for me to swallow wrong. Sinet in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers left. Birmingham has everyone back in the end zone. Pressure gets there quick, Sinet's going to be sacked back at the 39. Game over. Couldn't even get the throw off. Birmingham dials up the blitz perfectly. And this one is over. Couldn't even get the throw off in time. They sent a good blitz from the right side. And that's going to do it. DeMarquis Gates with the game-sealing sack. And although Birmingham got the win, I don't think you're going to be too happy with how you played today. I was really hoping we would at least get a shot at the end zone. Yeah, they just couldn't get the protection up front down. Oh well. It was still a lot bigger of a game than I expected it to be. Yeah, who knows with Birmingham's defense. Hopefully they'll be able to get on track next week against San Antonio, but we'll see. Yeah, with all that being said, thank everyone who tuned in. Again, if just real quick right at the end, if you're new, subscribe. You know the whole drill with all that. Tomorrow we'll be doing both games as well as potentially the Knicks and Pacers game 7 with alongside the second game of the day. And yeah, that win did clinch them home field. So, thank you all for tuning in. See you guys next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.